Hello, hello, hello. Today I was going to do a Facebook Live, but it seems as if something changed on Facebook and I don't have access to the live switch. So I'm just going to do a video and transpose it to my YouTube channel and then download it to the Facebook. So for those on this journey, I'm going to put this, what do you call it? I guess now it's a vlog video. I'm not sure, but so that's what I'm going to call it, a vlog. Today's topic is going to be, so I wrote a couple notes because I have this site, the Twin Flame Journey, on Facebook, and disconnecting from your twin flame. That seems to be the topic that is being discussed and being asked on this site. And so that's where I'm going to start this evening, where I'm at. So let's see, it's 5:30 here on the West Coast. So if you're on the East Coast, it's what is it, 8:30, 3 hours difference. And if you're somewhere else, which there's plenty of people, and I'm seeing a little color coming through. I don't know where you are and what time it is, and so if you see this at a later date, cool, because it will. The energy of this information, this vlog will not change. It'll be forever. And depending on where you are and when you access this, will be the time that it is intended for you to see. So separation, disconnecting from your twin flame. On this site that I have, there are a lot of people who are on it who are for me, and I struggle saying this out loud because it puts me in a category of judgment, but there are a lot of people on this site who are just in a bad relationship. And so they're struggling trying to put a label to it. And it just, it doesn't work. The labeling. So if you're actually on this twin flame journey, there's really no disconnecting. Once you connect, it's just, you have always been connected and you will never be disconnected. It's just that we come here, and then once we come face to face, eye to eye, we are reignited into the journey that we have always been intended to be in, which is connected to our twin flame. Doesn't mean we're connected in the flesh. Doesn't mean we will stay. We will connect. We will reignite. We will, I describe this as putting the paddles to your chest with the electricity, and boom, you are brought back from where it was you were, which was for me, I was in all this confusion where I led most of my life believing I was to be another person. I was to be what others seen me to be as normal. I was in the hamster wheel doing the things that others would look at as being normal, struggling, fighting to get ahead, to be more in the material world. And I did my part for the biggest part of my life until I ran into a divorce after losing a leg. And then things came to question as to what is important. For me, having the life and death situation where I, losing a leg while I was wide awake, I came face to face with reality. The reality of the things I was seeking, the things I was looking for, the things that I thought would make me the person that would be identifiable to others as the guy who was doing the things that would lead him to the path that would be, you're there. My thoughts before I was disconnected from my leg was, oh my gosh, I had just turned 36 years old. I was riding my almost new Harley to my job, which I had after I worked my business for 10 hours, and I would go to a job at night because I was a workaholic. And I thought to myself as I left my house, and my wife at the time called me an effing idiot for leaving without a helmet, and I laughed because it was like, oh my gosh, I'm on top of the world. What can happen to me? I'm 36 years old. I have life. I had life. I had everything paid for. I come from zero to all of a sudden having properties paid for. I had my kid in a private school. I had money in the bank, riding a new Harley. I was safe. And I was being reminded inside to slow down, and I had at the time told my wife 30 days before I had this event, it wasn't an accident, and I told her that I need to slow down. There's something telling me, slow down. Keep going was the word. And this, what I'm saying, is not something that I'm trying to push off responsibility, because in the end it was mine. And it resonated with me enough, but there was still that internal stop. And it was almost like I was waiting for somebody to go, yeah, stop. But it was like I knew, coming from where I was, from a world of lack, and finally finding things happening. I was in not lack. And I was like, okay, I see. And my thoughts were, when I was coming down a 2-lane road out in the country, in between 2 golf courses, thinking, oh my gosh, look at me, I'm on top of the world. My wife had just called me an effing idiot for leaving without a helmet. I'm going, I got the world. Look at me. And then all of a sudden I'm looking at a car coming straight at me on a 2-lane road in between 2 golf courses that were heavily, one side wasn't treed, which was the side that the road, the lane that she was in, and then my side, which was all treed, which was young oak trees. And I'm like, trees aren't going to be good for your head. And she just called you an effing idiot for leaving without a helmet. And so time passes quickly, so quickly. I'm looking, going, go to the ditch, but it's a deep ditch, and you're going to end up in the trees without a helmet, head, ooh, this is going to hurt. And so I went as far as I could go into this ditch, still on the pavement, and she got me. Just like that. Her fender took me out. Her fender took my leg right off. I ended up in her windshield, looking at her with my shoulder in the windshield, taking the windshield out, and I'm looking at her face. I see the panic in her eyes, and I roll, and I take out the side bar that's holding the front windshield, her side, and her window, her driver window out. Just wiped it out with my shoulder. I go into the ditch. I'm on my ass. Boom, boom, boom. 100, I think they said 150 feet bouncing. My motorcycle comes behind me, and I end up in the ditch. I'm elevated, but I'm up. My lower torso is up, and my leg is on my shoulder. My foot is on my shoulder, and my bike stops at my right ear, tire spinning. And I was out, I don't know, minutes, I don't know how long. But when I come to, I'm looking, first thing is to my left, I see my foot. I look to my right, I see the wheel. I look straight down and I see a mess. And it's like, okay. I was resuscitated 4 times. I survived the ditch. They say 35 minutes from point of impact to when they pulled me out, 35 minutes of the ditch. And I didn't bleed out. I was resuscitated 4 times in the hospital. I was back to work a month and 3 weeks, but I was out of the hospital 2 weeks and 3 days. So the point of this is, where I'm going, is that we are all here for a reason. And so many people on this journey, I'm sorry, I got into my story, my personal story, and that's like, we are here. And many people on this journey, you are going to find that on this journey, this is not for the weak of heart. Most of you have been through the fires, your own personal fire of the things you've had to go through in this life. This moment that I just shared a second ago was just the latest up to that point of 36. I had many more. So it was preparing me for the moment that I would come face to face with my soul. I don't like the other half because I don't feel like I'm missing anything. I feel she is my soul. And so many here have not experienced that. Many on this journey have not experienced that. Not the matter of losing a body part, but going through hardships to where it's like you are being prepped for this journey in such a manner to where when you find yourself face to face, soul to soul, and it's like, holy crap. The first time mine walked away, it was like, it was worse than having a body part removed from me. I have experienced pain. And that superseded all the pain that I have ever experienced. This first separation, the first walk away, it was like, whoa, that's it. I'm done. I'm done. I was married to a soul for over 20 years, had a child. Not even close. This person and I could probably clock the actual physical time together 8-9 months, maybe. But it was so freaking intense. When she walked away, it was like this being pulled back, my rib cage being open and my heart being open to the air. And it was like, boom, boom. My heart was just, it was like, okay, I'm done. I quit. You can't disconnect. It's been a long time since then. Come back together. Go away. Come back together. And now, been apart. Today, I'm looking on Facebook. We're still friends on Facebook. She doesn't use Facebook. I'm scrolling through and all of a sudden, boom, there she is. Oh my gosh. Boom, 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 boom. It doesn't end. You can't walk away. Yeah, I had a dream this morning that I should just disconnect completely. But then it was like, why? And then the other side. Disconnect. Why? You know, you have both sides. And the one that said why was like, she's not doing anything, and neither am I. I'm not I'm not chasing. I'm not, like I said, she doesn't post. Now I got my music back finally.
These days, it can be easy to lose track of things.
Let's see if I can get it going. I have a hard time without music. So it's very windy here, and so the Wi-Fi is like, I don't know. So disconnecting, there's no disconnecting. I'm kind of scrambled right now because, yeah, I haven't, she popped in a couple weeks ago out of the blue into the shop that I'm at. And I described this on my channel, but I haven't done this on the YouTube. So, there's no disconnecting. So that was where I was going. There's no disconnecting from this. You can't walk away. You can find your balance, which is what I have done here. It was going to be 2 years in December since I seen her last, but now she's thrown me off a little bit. So now I can say it was a year and 9 months since I had seen her. And when I seen her last, she shook me. She shook me in the sense that there was so much familiarity. There was like, oh my gosh. But I found my peace. And this is what you have to achieve, is finding your peace in this connection. The connection is not necessarily about the romance part of this, which is freaking off the charts, yes. The connection is about you finding you. And when you do you, which for most people, they want to hear, that when they hear that, it's like blah, 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 blah. It's you doing the work. You can't sit and say, I'm tired of that. I just want it to be this way. I want them to understand who it is I am in their life. And you won't be able to. You see, they may know, they may feel it, and yes, they may feel you in their dreams, and they have those moments where you pop through them as they pop through your life. It's like walking down the street and all of a sudden, shoo, whoa. That happens to them as it happens to you. But you have free will. They have free will. Typically, one or the other is going to be more in tune with this connection. And the one who is more in tune is going to be typically what those who describe the runner chaser will be the chaser. Now, once you figure this out, once you understand the connection, once you understand your role, you will find yourself going, whoa, whoa, whoa. I got to figure this out. And I got to slow my roll. Because the more I present my case, what it is I'm seeing, what it is I'm feeling, the more you push them away in a way that they're like, everything you say is like, whoa. And they don't want to hear it. You cannot disconnect this twin flame journey. Now, those who try and it works, it wasn't a journey. It wasn't this twin flame journey. Sorry. It was just a normal connection that you had with somebody that was probably deeper than you know. But this, it never goes away. Once you've been connected, once you've been ignited, once you've been awakened to, it's on. Now you have the one who will go, I know, and you're freaking messing me up, but I'm still going forward. I'm going to be me. I'm going to do me, and I'm going to live my life this way that I'm used to, because I don't want to change. I like my life the way it is. And being with you requires me to change what I think is what it is I am. And that's not true. No, that's not true. But you can't convince your other that. They have to come to terms with that on their own. And so the only thing that you have and the power that you have is to stand in your own. And by standing in your own power, you just go, okay, hey, I'm giving you space. I love you. I'm sending you healing, loving energy. But be you. And one day, when everything lines up, when my energy lines up with yours, when I do my healing and I settle my own karma, we will come together. Okay. Maybe it won't be this lifetime, but we have shared many lifetimes, and we did share this one. Even if it was just a poquito, a little moment. It was a lot. And I'm good. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for you coming through my life like this wind blowing through this place right now outside. Because I hear you. I hear you through the wind. I hear you everywhere. There's no disconnecting. There's no separation. In the flesh, the dreams. I see you always. I breathe you in my dreams. Words that came to me a little while ago. Now, I want to talk about finding an outlet to release this energy that you find yourself in while you're trying to find your balance. And for me, as I share, mostly with all those who want to hear and might have, I might resonate with, is find your balance in a creative way. Whether it's going out, for me, I would walk day and night. And it was like I was meditating, but I was meditating through walking. I would have these earbuds in, and I would be playing this kind of music that you might be able to hear in the background. And I post on my Twin Flame site many shots that I've taken. These are my shots that I've taken in moments where it was like, listen and look. And then the words flow. So for me, this site that I have, now my site here on my YouTube channel and my Twin Flame site, and then my site on Instagram that I share with mostly my photos, this is my outlet. This is how I find my balance for me. I'm a reader. I'm an energy healer. And when I share that energy, I also find my balance. I also find healing within me, because those who come to me for these services, I connect with. It's finding your balance through a creative outlet. We all have that thing that we're here to do. I believe in my whole soul that those who are called to this journey are here for a purpose. The purpose, we're all here for a purpose, but those on this journey are here to do something a little bit more and not just be with the status quo. They're here to do a little bit more, and that's to help and heal this planet. in whatever form or fashion that fits them in their calling, because each will be different. As this journey, for those on this journey, everybody is going to be a little bit different. So there isn't a one size fits all. You on this journey are here for a reason. For many, as I described, and I got carried away on my own personal journey about how I lost a part, how I had my leg removed. This was part of me now. So when I walk, people see me with this metal leg and they go, I'm 6'5". And so when I walk, I have a presence without words. And then they see this guy with his leg and it's like, what happened? So now I take the negative and it becomes positive, because now I can tell them a story about overcoming a negative obstacle, a negative situation where some might have just sat down and said, screw this. I'm not doing it anymore. This is it. Many have lost limbs and many have gone far. And I see these people and it's like, oh my gosh, you people are so freaking beautiful. In case anybody's wondering, it's Cranberry. Trying to deal with some things. So find your creative outlet. You're here for a reason. So I'm going to let this go now. 27 minutes. Art. Use art as an outlet. Use writing as an outlet. I'm finding myself going back to writing words that some might say are poems, some might just say they're words. I don't care. Yoga, meditation, walking, taking photos. Find something that fits your personality, that fits you to where it's like, oh my gosh, I feel this. I went from raising cows to this, what I'm doing now. So don't tell me there's nothing. Nothing's impossible. Nothing is out of your reach. If you're on this journey, truly on this journey, mountains will move for you. And if you're in doubt, in question, when is this person coming back? They'll come back in the right time. It may not be your time. And yes, you will have moments where all you want to do is, are you still there? Hello? Are you still, can you still feel me? Like I said, I seen this mine show up on a Facebook and it was like boom, 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 boom. There it goes again. But maybe it's not this time. Maybe. Maybe my journey this time now is to help other people and forget about my own personal connection with another soul. Maybe. I mean, I'm coming on 2 years, so maybe. And everybody that comes in my path seems to be the only thing they're looking for is for me to help them. And that's what I put out to God in the universe, is like, send me people who need help. And so that's what's coming. And so that's it. And that's the journey. Find your balance and be good with it. Let go of all the expectations. Unconditional love is the journey. That's the quest. That's the goal, is finding unconditional love for you. Because you can't love until you love yourself. This is a journey from a man. And you see very few. There are those out there. More now coming on. But mostly it was women, and mostly it has been women. So here's a perspective from the other side. Be well. Be love. always. Until next time, stay awesome.